Hello, everyone. Hope you're all having a fantastic and wonderful day so far. Welcome to Forlorn Dirge, Episode 2. A dark fantasy campaign in D&D 5e, where we are following Operation Brainwatch as they make their entry to check on Domon, a world that has been cut off from all others for mysterious reasons. Before we continue into what happened last time or anything going forward, can we get a good, wonderful hello from the wonderful party over here? Wow, very much enthusiastic, guys.
Salutations!
Wait.
Oh.
Do you want in character or people?
Wonderful hello.
I mean, if it's in character, the silence is like fitting after what happened last time.
Yeah, no, it's like
As
it's
we're all
like a
just strewn
documentary where
about
they're
Peter
explaining
Griffins.
in an interview what the hell happened last time.
There's a bit of Samel over there. There's a bit of here over there.
No, we're just ourselves right now.
We're just knocked out on the
Aw.
beach somewhere.
Oh, you wish it was a beach.
I wish it I mean, yeah.
Let's go to the beach.
It's never the beach.
But yes, hello everyone. Hope you're all having a fantastic evening. Let's go ahead
Hello.
let's go ahead and go around the table to find out who everyone is and who they will be playing today. Brian.
You know.
Yeah.
I am Brian. I use he, him pronouns, and I will be playing Constable Doric. He, him pronouns. I was about to say he, they. Twister, get out of my head. And yeah, you know, we surely won't die, right?
No promises.
There's no way you would kill us off in the second session, right, Nate?
Ryder, how about you?
Hello. I play as Nimble Pagefield, our little rock gnome, little rogue. My Fugi isn't working today, so I'm just my Dark Souls character for today.
Yeah, a little bit of tech issues with the React, though. Ryder's icon won't be glowing or moving or anything. Maybe it'll just randomly pop and work mid-session, so be prepared for that, folks.
We're hoping.
Yeah. Jockey?
Hello. I'm Jockey. I'm here. I'm playing Kin Ryota. And, you know, in his own words, I think that was a fine battle we had last time. Just a rousing, explorative, wonderful time we had jumping on that creature and nearly dying, I'd say.
Really,
Quite possibly actually dying.
it was really an intriguing moment.
Oh, yeah. Definitely what one could consider intriguing.
I would give it 5 booms out of 5.
It was a cool moment, at least.
It was pretty cool. Insane, but
Mhm.
cool.
Alright, and game.
Hi, I'm Game. Play some ale. Yeah.
Alright, thank you. Thank you all so much. I'm Kong. You can call me Nathan, he, him pronouns. I am the game master for tonight and all other nights for the Forlorn Dirge campaign. And I hope everyone's ready for a fantastic time ahead. Can I get a bit of a recap from last time, though?
From
Uh,
us?
Yeah?
Yes.
Unless you would prefer I go ahead and give the recap.
Why?
I did
Uh,
take some notes, but it's not enough to cover
I mean-
a recap.
I mean, I know the gist. We set off on our operation on an airship flying to the Domon Breen.
Mm-hmm.
And as we entered, it was, you know, turbulent winds and all that. We exited out, dead god, where the capital should be. Capital covered in fog, not fog, but like some sort of bubble. And then we were attacked by a dragon that looked wrong.
It was not just any ordinary dragon.
Nope. But that's not what. But to us, that's some sort of fucked up dragon. To our characters anyway.
I mean, it'd be a fucked up dragon to people who knew what was going on, anyways.
Yeah, true. We survived a few rounds, and then another airship showed up, and the dragon fucked off to that airship, but in the process destroyed our ship, and we were going down in a... We're just going down to the ground. It is not a good time.
Yep. As all of you have passed out in your time going into the airship proper. Oh, the airship spinning out of control, the forces of gravity pressing down against you all. You, lose consciousness on the way down. And sometime later, you awaken to a daze. Your body's wreathed in pain, and smoke slithers its way into your breath.
We're alive.
Sounds of pained groans and shuffling feet surround you all as you see the wreckage around you. Over a dozen bodies lie outside the broken Nostromo, amongst the broken trees and debris scattered in pieces, some more whole than others. As you collect yourself and become aware of the scenario, you see an elven sailor struggle to try to lift a beam off another, only to be crushed by the main mast as it topples over them. Smoke, ash, wood, and blood decorate an earthy clearing, dead trees with black bark surrounding the space, looming over the disaster. The sky is dark. The clouds no longer pouring down rain onto you all. And there's no opening above, as the gray clouds continue to snake over each other, squeezing out what bit of light could be coming down, things appearing to get darker. Is at this time, I need each of you to roll a d4.
Yo,
No.
D4.
What if I
Alright.
just actively refused?
Yeah, E minor.
We need to see how many people survive.
4!
Where's my pen?
2,
Are
3,
Are we
4.
gonna roll every single number?
Come on, Ryder, roll a 1. Roll a 1, Ryder.
How the fuck do I roll?
It'll be
R.
yeah. Slash
You can
R.
also on the roll 20
1d4.
page in
Slash
the
R
upper
D4.
left.
Yep.
On the
Slash R.
page in the upper left, there's also just dice there, and
No.
you
Oh,
yeah,
click
you
on
can.
that. Just
Yeah.
click on any dice and then any amount of dice. So you would just click on where it says D4.
Well, let me put the animations for the slide for the rolling, because that's very fun always.
Oh, there's exploding dice, compounding
All right,
dice,
and 2,
penetrating
okay.
dice. 5, 11. Does this include us 4?
No, you're actually excluded from this.
So 15 survivors.
Yep.
That's not a lot.
How many were in there again?
There were over 3 dozen sailors, and there were, 14 or 16 crew members?
Honestly, with us crash landing on the ground,
It worse.
honestly, that's a good survival rate.
I don't know. I think we're
Dude,
gonna.
imagine 4 ones we just rolled, and it's just like the 4 of us and 4 other fucks. Like,
Yup.
All of you are also currently at 1 health point.
Oh. That's
Oh,
fun.
alright.
Your body is
Oh,
bruised
no.
and bleeding all over from the impact.
Guys, do you think we're gonna make it to Black Box Town?
oh man, I wish.
Holy fuck. Alright.
Can I also, yeah, can I also get everyone's passive perception score so I know who has the highest?
Can I do something for the impact, even though it might not do anything?
Oh, what's up?
Right before we crash, could I use Stone's Endurance to reduce the damage by a d12?
No, you were unconscious.
Ah!
Well, yeah, we recover
poo.
from, I guess, death.
Poo. Okay. That's fine.
Something
Um,
about perception? What?
I need, what's everyone's passive perception?
It should
Oh,
basically just
passive
be
perception.
It's just,
10
it's just,
plus
There
wisdom.
it is.
oh, okay.
Holy shit,
shit.
19? Wait, hold on. That you have a 9 in wisdom?
Hey.
It says passive perception, so that's where.
Yeah, it'll be 10
Yeah.
plus the modifier for your skill. So, yeah, it'll be a +9 normally for your perception. And in this case, Namilla, as you are in whatever state, you can find as it looks like immediately there are 6 other crew members who are also scattered about the space, looking confused, shocked, and distraught, and 5 sailors. About, well, better than a tenth of them surviving.
Okay.
But as you are kind of looking over all of this space, you begin to hear the sound of something impacting on the other side of some of the dead trees and brush.
Oh no.
It sounds almost rhythmic.
A rhythmic. The fuck do you mean a rhythmic?
Jumanji.
It's, you know, at 19 as well. It sounds like... It sounds like an impact against flesh.
No. No, I don't like this. Well, one. No. Oh, what the fuck do I do here?
Ow, my head, my everything. Is there, like... how bad... How much of the wreckage is thrown about? Like, how big is the impact crater, is what I'm saying.
Or impact crater?
I mean...
Make a perception or survival check.
Same number, you know.
All right,
No,
a
no.
7. Well, it's easy to see that.
This sure is big.
This a hole.
Yeah, it's easy to see that the ship has, well, around it seems to have skid for like a good several dozen feet. Well, not several dozen feet. Good, like maybe 100 or so feet after landing. There's a lot of dirt pushed around. Bits of it have splintered off, kind of like tossed around the space around. There's branches that you can see, but exactly what happened, it's hard to tell.
Okay.
It's not like the ship is completely destroyed and it's just wood everywhere. There's huge chunks of the ship still around, but everything doesn't look like it's gonna be a repair anytime soon, as far as you know.
Alright, Kans is gonna make sure he has all of his, like, belongings with him.
Alright.
Samel is just trying to like get himself up and like see if there's anyone around that, you know, needs immediate assistance that he can help with.
That was my plan as well, but I'm not that strong of a little gnome, but I can definitely, like, I don't know, point it in their direction where they could set up something where they can help each other out. Far away from wherever the fuck is happening on the other side.
Okay.
Also conveying that type of message to literally anyone who I could trust with that information without going more into like distraught or shocked or you know from like being terrified.
Kid's sitting there doing stretches. He's stretching. He's like, that was not the worst landing I've had, but certainly not the best.
Hmm.
You know, I can agree with that.
Limber up.
That's right.
Good rule. Good rule to have.
Okay. But yeah, certainly you're all able to kind of like start moving about the space. Look for anyone who seems to be struggling to move. There is going to be, there can be a dwarven woman who is partially like pinned underneath a heavy bit of wood, like seems to be like underneath a fallen like large branch that they're currently struggling to try to get off of them. That's some of you are able to kind of like help move up. There's almost some bone sticking a bit, so we don't need to go to too far detail for some people. But it's yeah, they kind of like have to try to set it as they pick themselves up. And as you're all kind of like just going about your space, Milla, with your high passive perception again, you can see that from the source of the sound, you can see the operations captain, Koramathis, go ahead and go and walk past through all of the brushes, and you can see that his right hand seems to be scratched up and has blood kind of like dripping down.
That's the listed call for. Okay. Shit. Okay.
Give me an insight check.
Okay. Like roll for it?
Yeah.
That's all you mean? Okay. Insight.
All right, a 14.
Right.
With a 14, Koramathis looks pissed off, but getting out of the clearing, he kind of like just steadies himself and looks over the whole scene, seeming like he's trying to get an analysis of everything.
Trying to get all in.
Yeah.
Understandable. We're all not looking good.
Yeah, all in all, for those that you can see immediately, amongst the crew, there is the dwarven woman who you all would... Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start copying some names down for you all.
Okay.
Thank you.
The dwarven woman, Domo Gravelbrand. There is an elven person with extremely pale violet skin and silver hair by the name of Beleno Adzis. Yeah, let me also make sure to get the pronouns for them at the same time. That's Domo. And this is for Bellinor. Alright, there is a pretty, like, large and muscular orcish woman by the name of Barbuk New Moon. Alright, an older halfling individual with a kind of like Van Dyke beard going on, very grayed and peppered, wearing like light leather clothing, by the name of Hal Oldbuck. And the last of those that you can see around you outside of Koramathis for survivors here is a human man who is who has a longsword and crossbow by his side at the same time. The longsword seems to have chipped and broken at some point during the impact as he looks it over and just tosses it back into the wreckage. You would know him to be named Christoph Brinhandel. Yes, you're all kind of like, the sailors, I don't know if any of you bothered to learn, so for now there are 5 nameless sailors until you want to get to know them.
Cool.
Is that oh my man, there's that one other guy, that other named guy. That
Are you trying to think of
also-
the elf that
Yes.
okay. None of you learned his name, and you don't see him immediately.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh, he's not around?
You can't see him where you are.
Or he's buried in rubble.
True. Or splinter apart, who knows? Along with
Okay,
the
that's a
ship.
piece of him.
Koramathis, after looking over everything, pipes up. All who can walk, move over here. For those who can't, go out and someone will bring you over. We'll look into supplies later. We need to get our bearings first. Is there anyone else that needs rescue from the ship? I would note as well that Koramathis looks to be in better shape than everyone else at this time. There is not just that blood on his right hand that's dripping, but you can see that there are some scrapes and scratches along his face that seem to be recently open, but got closed pretty quickly.
I mean, he is a lesser god of war, so I don't expect any less of him, so...
And so, do you all follow suit?
Samuel will try and see who can he bring over that cannot walk.
Alright.
Might still be like very
Same.
pretty trouble.
Domo would probably need the most help. There are some sailors who need some propping up because they're not as accustomed to the rigors of potential crashes that some battles can bring.
Mm-hmm.
So they were ones who just got lucky about where they were and survived. But they'll need some help moving along as well.
This is
There's 12 of you then. Sorry, not 12. Sorry, I forgot you all there. There's 16 of you then.
the math isn't mathing there.
God math.
Like, I would say I am able to walk, but at the same time, I should probably focus on healing myself before I do anything else. I understand. Like, oh my god. My
Alright.
heart tells me to move on, but the other part of me should stay. At least wait for some time before moving on. Let everyone catch their breath, and then proceed moving forward.
Alright, 16 of you lot. Looking over the remnants of the trees here, they seem to be on the outskirts of the canal forest to the north of Godholm. A distance away, we're probably a day's travel or two. Anyway, If you wish to return to Godholm and inspect to see if anyone survived from the Demeter. I also propose the option of meeting a contact of mine within the town of Siona, a midway point within the forest itself.
Mm-hmm.
We need to set our bearings and understand this place. And more importantly, now we have to find a way out. I'll leave it up to all of you to help decide which matter to go up against. Personally, I believe I would go with saying that everyone in the wreckage of the Demeter would be dead from that fall. And we simply are the ones that got lucky. I would say all of you.
I agree. I mean, not like there's that many people that would be alive still buried in rubble. And it's not like we have the manpower or the muscle or even the strength to save any.
Wherever we head to, it'd be a matter for tomorrow. However long it's been since our crash. The light that is here is almost fully faded, and we have to rest within the wreckage. Never mind the smell.
Understood.
Anyone else have any suggestions to make? If there's nothing else, then we'll make our way to Siona tomorrow. Carmathis will then go ahead and turn to you, Kant. You seem able enough. Go fetch Siren. And be careful of that bastard.
Would I know who Siren is?
You haven't told that name yet.
I would assume that's the other elf that we met, who he had scowled to previously during the meeting before the dragon attack.
Definitely not a name I have written down, so no. We don't know this person. Or I don't know.
Or at least we haven't gotten it.
Got to meet him or actually talk to him. But this is on you.
I'm assuming I don't think I've heard that name.
Oh, do you say that out loud?
Yeah, I don't think I've met them.
You have, but that name's not worth talking about. They're a different circumstance than you are.
How so?
They are Victory, and I am their handler. Those who want can make a religion check.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Oh.
It'll
yeah,
be a
that's-
different DC for all of you.
Yeah, I assume.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
I don't care about religion.
Oh, religion check. Okay. don't know why I've heard something else. Religion, where are you? There you are.
Okay. Kens and Kin. Both of you know about the victories of Tarash, the goddess of heroes and hope. That the victories are considered elite soldiers who would march as an almost holy order of the goddesses, and are people who kind of like spend years and years training for battle to be as good as they can get at it. The thing is that they're never people who go on willing. Well, they're almost never people who go on to it willingly. The idea of the victories is one idea to help handle criminals, with Tarash's idea to bring hope and salvation to those who once forsook it. Whatever.
Forspoken.
Words.
English.
So, oftentimes they are criminals who were facing the death penalty, who decided to take on being a victory, to have years of service spent, and with a condition that after so much time, depending on the crime committed, they could head out. But if at any time they were to go derelict and try to run away, a curse on them would activate by the handler's will and kill them on the spot.
What are we, some kind of victory squad?
My fucking god.
Oh
Shut
my
the fuck
gosh.
up.
Well, that's been Forlorn Dirge, everybody. All right.
I think overhearing that bit, Kin will tune in and say just out loud, so you've lost your victory, is that it? That's no good at all.
The victory tried to run, and I gave them their due course.
Oh.
Suppose it's
That's
no good
the-
for them then.
That's the
Oh.
beating you heard.
That's what I've heard over there, yeah. I mean, you don't know that. I know that.
Oh, well, yeah.
And you mentioned that you had heard some like meat.
I did. I did say, it's like, I'm hearing something over there. We should, like, avoid it. Just in case there's another monster coming at us, but see him emerge from there. I think the context clues are given then.
Well, will you go
Understand.
get him or not? I'm content to
Yeah,
let him sleep
will.
under the stars.
Holy shit.
Since he told me to go get him, so I will.
Okay. When you go to Siren, you can see that. I'll go ahead and also type it in the Roll20 chat for y'all.
I think Kin will go with Cons because they had formed a bit of a friendship before the mission, and also understands the situation with victories.
Alright, but yeah, when you get to the other side of this dead brush, you can see the elven man laid down on the ground, his eyes swollen over, face a bit puffed up from being laid into for some time.
Yup.
Ugh.
Probably beat him to.
Yeah, currently kind of like having issues breathing. It looked like there was some light healing going on.
Healed him up so he could beat him some more.
Or maybe not.
But
Maybe
currently,
a medicine check to understand.
Can I do a medicine check?
sure.
I'll do it. I don't have a good medicine, but you
No,
know.
neither do I.
Oh,
Oh.
base 10 is good.
You beat him up some more.
A 10 and a 6, it's hard to tell necessarily. You can just see that at least some of the wounds from, like, that there's spots on the clothing where there's probably some cuts from the landing that there's no open wounds on. There's that at least.
I need to also remember that I can just help someone. Just give the help back. Yeah, I'll go over and help him.
Okay.
Come on, up you go, Siren.
As you kind of like hoist. How are you hoisting him up?
First I'll go over. Is there anything of note on his body? Like any significant markings, any features that stand out?
Oh, yeah. You can see that now that you're in this close proximity and helping him up, you can see that around the base of his neck is markings that seem to be similar to chains wrapping around.
Have I seen these before?
That's either an Arcana or Religion check.
I will take Arcana.
Alright, a 13. It is the mark of a curse or multiple curses that have similar showings to them that you know, but with the 13 you can't pinpoint the exact names.
Okay. I'll just go over and say, hey there, looks like you've been through the ringer.
You know what that is, if I could move.
Here, I will help him up, and I can piggyback him.
Okay.
And I'm assuming, like, Ken is also going to help with that.
Yeah, I can help get him up on you.
Okay.
Siren, as he's on your back, kind of like, not so much leans as almost falls as he puts his mouth close to your ear and just whispers, "So what's a cake?"
Hearing that, is there a branch? Is there like a root on the ground from a tree as we're walking by?
There's a lot of like a lot of dead brush. That's, you know,
Anything that I could trip on?
there are definitely some dead plants or anything else in this rough area that you can trip over, yes.
I am gonna, not watching where I'm going, I'm gonna like catch a root, trip, and purposely try to land where he gets sandwiched between me and the ground.
This is let's call this, oh, goodness.
Deception.
I want to call this you can either do a strength or a dexterity based deception on this. A rare case of using a different base stat.
Strength or dexterity based deception.
Yeah.
So strength plus proficiency.
Okay.
So that'd be. I'll just use athletics because that's the same number anyway.
All right. All right. A 9.
Ooh,
A 9.
All right. So instead, as you trip and try to get this twist to happen, Siren falls in front of you and just kind of like does a few twists as he's being tumbled forward, unable to really gather the strength to move himself. Ah, watch your step. God damn it.
Sorry, my bad.
Ken will help Cons up.
Thank you.
What was that?
That was me tripping because we've really just been through it.
Do I believe Cons?
Insight check.
All right.
This will be against that 9.
Oh, against the. Oh, yeah. Well,
there is a set. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, you could tell that Can's...
I'm not fully.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell that Can's may have stepped on the roots on accident, but the movements afterwards may look like he was trying to do something.
The trip was definitely an accident. I will say that.
What exactly did he say to you?
Oh, well. He was asking about. Can I insight check Kin?
Sure. What do you, let's see the number first.
Insight. Oh man, oh man. This is my first character that does not have good insight.
Hey, 17
Oh,
though,
that's,
right here.
that's still really
Wow.
So, what are you trying to gather from Kin?
good. How open and guarded is he right now?
Kin is very open. He's giving kind of an appearance as if he just wants to understand.
Okay. He mentioned something about about the creature that attacked us.
That's so.
That's it.
I think from there, Ken will go over to help Siren get back over.
Yeah, same.
And this time we can do like a shoulder kind of carry deal.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you all kind of like help bring Siren back to the wreckage proper.
The shoulder carry, which is
Yeah.
so uneven because one is 2 feet higher than the other.
Yep.
Yeah, Ken's more helping hold against like the waist of Siren at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're able to help carry the elven man within the side of the wreckage as everyone's tending to themselves. Is there anything anyone would like to do in the time before night arrives? It's
Can we
only
have
a
short
couple
rest?
hours. Yeah, you can have a short rest before you get ready for the long rest.
Yes, please. Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people
No!
here just getting out,
Using all my
gathering
dice.
whatever supplies they can, trying to help each other move around, and then rest up in the meantime.
Samel is just doing every physical effort he can to try and, help as many people as possible. After the very grim situation that transpired.
Cool.
Can I get... As they're all going ahead and getting
beautiful.
as they're all also getting your healing done, can I get another D4 from everyone? Okay, so far so good.
Oh no!
There you go.
Why'd you have to speak?
Within the wreckage of the Nostromo as well, the collective group is able to find 11 potions of healing.
Oh, neat.
Damn.
Wow. Do we distribute
Wow.
them evenly or just swipe them for ourselves? Are we communists?
Well, the full party itself is 17, when you include Coromothus. Coromothus will go ahead and decline taking Guinea.
Samel will also decline.
Kin will take one. What the hell?
Cons will take one.
Will Namila take any?
Yeah, just one.
Okay.
Just a potion of healing? Just a regular ass?
Yeah, just a normal potion of
Okay.
healing.
Gotcha.
Can I just accidentally grab the second one?
Yeah, the rest are going to be distributed as best as possible.
Yeah, it's gonna be even
But-
distributed. I don't want to get caught with that. Just one.
In the meantime, if there's nothing else anyone would like to do before nighttime passes.
I'm tempted to look around just within the immediate area,
Okay.
but not like too far,
Alright, do you want to make sure that the Nostromo is still within sight? Or do you want to venture a little bit beyond that?
I get. How do I explain this? Like, you're still within the camp, like the site, but not like out of view of everyone else, where she could just go and no.
Okay. Alright, so pretty much just the immediate area then.
Yeah,
Alright, what are you looking for?
gathering what kind of footing we're gonna be traveling through. I don't know.
Alright, let's get a survival check then.
Wow, that was almost on an 18, but here we
A
are.
4, huh?
I guess I just took a stroll
Yeah.
before we rested. I don't know.
With a total of 4, you look around the camp, try to figure out what's going on here, but it's a real struggle to understand. You know there's a lot of forest.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to pass through the forest.
Mm-hmm.
The forest looks dead all around you.
Cool.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
other than that, it's difficult to really figure anything out. It's getting darker and darker.
Yeah, I'll just return to camp. I'm like, no, maybe we shouldn't have been out here in the first place.
Okay.
Like, the area itself is intriguing. It's very interesting. But not ideal to go venturing out alone. Returning to camp,
Alright.
preparing for the long rest.
Who wants to take a watch at any time during the night?
It'll take a watch.
Okay. Ken? When it comes to your part in helping keep watch over everyone else here, there is a faint smoldering of the embers that barely light what few space there can be around a fire that was set during dinner time for everyone. You can see everyone, a lot of the people around you, especially the sailors, seem to be on edge in their sleep, twitching. Some of them holding in shouts and gasps. All as the terrible smell of those who could not be saved within still permeates through.
Can I play something on my pan flute, a soothing lullaby to help people sleep better?
Okay. Let's get a
Aw.
performance check.
Excellent.
Alright, a 21.
Wow.
As you play on your pan flutes, careful not to be loud enough to wake anyone. You see that some of the restlessness subsides and some of the people seem to be more at ease in their sleep,
Reminds me
or
of
whatever
home.
meditation some of them may take instead. Finishing this tune, and looking over everyone after your job is done as well, you notice something over the camp.
Fuck.
You can see that currently, standing over everyone who is unconscious, seems to be a humanoid being of dark shadows, heads pointed right down, looking right at whoever is unconscious, right in front of them.
Is there any near me?
Do you turn your head?
I would presume so.
Okay. You turn your head to try to look for anything and don't see anything immediately.
Alright, so there's none for me, but everyone else who's sleeping right now has a dude over them.
Yeah. And as you
Okay.
turn your head back to the camp, you can see that all of these shadows are now looking at you with bright yellow eyes.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god. I'm sorry for you. Goodbye.
Act like you're
Go
blind. Act like you're blind.
on. Continue playing your song. I don't say anything.
Everyone's a critic, they say.
As soon as you say that, they vanish into the ground.
Into the ground?
Yep.
Interesting. Are they out of sight, or are their shadows like lingering where they were?
Looking around, you can't see any like movements along the ground. There's no shadows that can be seen. Make a perception check.
Oh yeah, Snow, insert Metal Gear sound. I got you, Snow. Hold on. This is what Kin had whenever I was looking at them. Alright. You said perception?
Yes.
I got you.
Alright, a 10.
Not great.
Yeah, there's nothing that you can see in camp now. Whatever those things were, their presence is gone as far as you can tell.
How truly bizarre. I have this funny feeling that won't be the last time I see of them.
Funny enough, the next time that you look out into the trees, you can see one large humanoid figure in the outskirts. A good 15 or so feet tall, with wide yellow eyes staring right at you from the distance. Lingering as long as your gaze lasts on them.
You said they're 15 feet tall?
Yeah, so they would appear.
Kin will crack his knuckles and look over with a battle stance and say, "Listen, my friend, I hope for my friends to get some good sleep here tonight, so if you want to come over here, I'll warn you, you wouldn't be the first large creature I've mounted today."
Oh my god.
Is it mounted?
Mounted.
You just hear
You won't be wrong.
You just hear a reply. A sound a little off tune. A hum similar to the song you played.
Oh.
You like my song, is that it? Is that it? Well, keep singing, I'm all ears.
It just continues humming until the song is done.
Can I play with him?
Do you wish to join along?
Sure.
Alright.
This
start-
time with the flute, though. Change it up a bit, because I assume that he's, like, copying the note that the pan flute was making.
And making its best attempt to do so.
Making its best attempt. So I'll do with the regular flute, not the pan flute this time. So it's a little symphonic.
You have 2 flutes on you?
I do. I have a regular flute and a flute and a pan flute.
Alright. As you start playing with the flute to harmonize, you can start to hear that in other sections of the forest, you could begin hearing other hums in different tones, trying to copy off of you.
Oh my god. This is killing. I love it, but oof. If only I was awake for this.
Nate, how worried are you about copyright strike?
A little bit, because this will be going on YouTube.
No. Well, never mind.
Right. But do you just continue to play a song?
Play along. Yeah, there's more people joining in. We got a little forest orchestra, a forchestra.
Alright. So you continue along, playing your instruments, and you're joined in with a concert of off-tone hums all around you, echoing around, almost rumbling into your bones themselves.
All this sound, does
Before.
it wake any of us up?
I was about to say, can I
Before,
wake up and hear this and play my own drum?
yeah, after some time with this, the human man Kristoff will go ahead and touch your shoulder.
That's your shoulder.
The one who's
Who's
awake.
Kristoff again?
Okay, gotcha.
Kristoff is the human who threw his broken sword into the wreckage.
Okay. We need a characters channel in Discord. I know I'm gonna remember so many names.
Oh, yeah, I can get
I mean,
one
I
set
have a
up.
list going on, but he already has the whole
Yeah.
thing, so he could do it.
What are you doing?
Is that what Christoph
that's-
is asking me?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Shut up. He was the choice. But does he know this?
Well, I guess I'm not too sure myself.
I know we all need something to do to relax ourselves, but try not to play that too loudly and wake everyone else.
Right you are. I was just having a good time with the forest things. Whatever they are.
What are you talking about?
Guess you don't see them then. Well, I suppose you're taking over, are you?
I suppose so. Kristoff begins looking around after your statement of force things and not seeing them.
Do I still see them?
No?
Oh no.
Oh.
Back. I want to play the song with them.
Well,
Don't.
perhaps I'll see them again in my dreams.
Okay. You go ahead and take your rest. As you're relieved of your watch. And as
Alright.
you close your eyes, all of a sudden, it's as if dozens of yellow eyes look at you from the inside of your eyelids, and you hear the hum again.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god.
La 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 la.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
It's almost like they're right next to you.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Ah.
And Kanan was never saw again.
that's awesome! I got a cult.
But eventually, the rest comes to a close. And you all wake up. Your body's still sore, still bruised from the events of yesterday, but you're as healthy as you can be.
Ooh, long rest.
I don't suppose any of you have ever had such a nice rest, eh?
No.
Let me say I had a wonderful dream.
Oh? What was your dream
Yes.
about?
Well, I made a brand new grand group of friends, you might say.
Okay. Were our dreams unusual in any way?
What dreams did you have, if you want to talk about them?
I'll kindly share, friend Cons.
Brian wouldn't even know.
I dream about my family. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, I dreamt about my family.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I dreamed about your family, actually.
How about
Yes.
your family?
Ryder's family.
What?
Specifically.
What the fuck, guys? How do you know
The
my
hell?
family?
Alright. But if there's nothing else you wish to do for the morning, eventually Gormoth has everyone gathered around and opens up a map from his own pack. Alright. So currently we are a little bit north of Godwin, if memory serves me right. Siona's a few days north, close to the Lord's monuments. We're out to travel through the forest, so keep your eyes about you. There's really strange things about this land. We don't know whatever dangers still lurk. We have not been aware of yet.
Where are we currently at? Like,
Here, let me go ahead and draw a bit too.
yeah.
That's where you are, and this is pretty much the whereabouts of where you're gonna go.
So we're going the opposite direction of Godhood.
Yeah. It's to get to
Okay,
the
okay.
town of Siona, as you were told.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Is everyone ready for travel now?
I just make sure I have everything on me. Indeed, sir.
Alright.
As ready as I'll be. Is, what about, Siren? How's he looking?
Seems to be in better shape, able to walk himself over to the meeting, but keeps a distance from everyone. Face is a little bit turned away to hide some of the puffiness that remains, but otherwise you can see a scowl.
Got it.
Alright. We make our way forward then. So everyone packs their belongings and begins to trek through the canal woods.
Yay! But also with
Whoa.
caution. Like there's some like confidence and just excitement, but also there's like a dash of cautious.
Oh, there's the music.
Liver.
Oh, yeah, changing things up in the mood here.
Oh yeah, I have the music turned down because I opened it and like it's too loud for me.
Nah, it's okay, it's okay. Is there anything that you all would like to do during this day of traveling?
We're walking to what's basically now a dead forest, right?
Yeah. The...
Yes. As...
Go
oh,
ahead.
You go ahead. No, go ahead first.
Alright, the trees are... the bark is all black. You can see that there is a tattering of thorny vines that seems to be growing over some of the trees and dead brushes as well. There are no leaves on the ground, at least on this first section of journey, but plenty of ruined and muddy dirt below.
I was gonna ask what kind of like surface we're walking on. Is it like dry dirt or is it like mud? But I guess mud it is. Very damp. Get very dead.
Anything else?
Hmm.
Can Samil check just if there's like any signs of like either other, other signs of life, like, a creature or something?
Like
You can make
tracks.
a
Yeah.
perception check.
Okay. Ah!
7. It's tough. Maybe you're on edge, or maybe it's just something in the air of the group as a whole as you're making your travel, but it's tough to keep your focus enough to
Mm-hmm.
fully understand everything happening around you. There are noises, but you can't tell how far away or what the source could be, or if it's just something that's in your imagination.
Fun.
Alright. If there's nothing else, then after about an hour of journeying, you see Koromoth is at the head of the group. Stop and raise a fist up to call for everyone else to halt as well.
I immediately stop. There's no way.
Yeah, same.
The way forward is now pitch black as shadows begin to loom closer. From beyond the darkness of the dead forest silhouette, you watch a parade of walking bunches of twigs, spoiled vines, and petrified bark march in a disorganized line. Over 100 of these blights process through the woods, the sounds of their dead vegetation bodies clacking together, humbled by another's footsteps. Lumbering is a giant creature, full legs and an elongated tail that drags about the ground. Standing 15 feet from bottom to shoulder, black slime and poison oozes from the skin, pouring down to the dirt and seeping into the soil. As it approaches, it becomes clear that this monstrous form seems somehow somewhat similar to a gargantuan wolf, with each step of its rotted paws bringing it closer to you all. Golden eyes beam through the slime on the face, gazing in your direction as it stops and opens up a mouth that stretches past the snout and into the neck to howl. The roar rumbles through your bodies, shaking your bones and concussing others, a sound distorted and scratched. You can see in front of you, the one who stopped you all, Koromoth, almost go into a bit of a sweat as he looks over the arrangement. This creature stopping itself 20 feet from the party. Some of the sailors and a couple other of the operation members fall down to their knees and begin praying. Can I
Get the fuck up.
Yeah.
Be prepared.
Can we get a what?
Can I get a history or a religion check?
History or religion?
I'm going with history because I don't know religion.
I
Yeah,
both
I'm
are
going
fine
with
with me.
going with history. Fuck, dude.
Okay.
Oh no. Ken, you know everything. What the hell?
What can I say? I've been around.
Samel and
How you been around
Kin,
here?
you remember stories about the Canal Forest. Something throughout the different worlds of the greater sphere of Haba Eel is something called a Hachoi, or a guardian of the land. They are creatures who are almost like a mixture of pets of the gods as well as caretakers of a land that they share the name with.
Oh.
Within the Canal Forest are stories of the most trusted of such guardians that Bryn had. The majestic gray wolf of Canal.
Okay. Does what I'm seeing before me line up with that historic recalling?
It is as close to an idea of the idea of the large grand wolf that you can think of, but it is nothing
Putrid.
like what it's supposed to look like.
Cool.
This thing is putrid and corrupted, rotted. And it's currently just standing in front of you all, growling. Not the normal sound you would expect from a canine, but almost a gurgling from within as it growls.
Something isn't right with our nature friend here. He's not himself.
It could probably be reflecting the current state of the forest.
You may be right. But I believe we should remain on edge.
Can I insight
Why
check
would
the
we?
wolf?
You can attempt to.
I don't know why I'm asking for so many of these don't have a negative.
What the hell?
No!
That's a wolf. Wait, that's a blob.
Yeah, an inside of 4. You
mean,
have
I
no
do
idea
have
what this thing is. You don't know what could be going on.
I've never seen a wolf once in my life.
Can I make an insight check, my
Yeah.
gracious DM?
Yeah, you can make anyone who wants to can try to make an insight check.
Is
Not
it
even a
currently
passive
alone?
insight check.
It is not alone. The different dead
Figures.
dead vegetation creatures are behind it, and not in an order, but as if they're waiting as well, just making noises with amongst each other. All right, 16 for Ken.
Yes.
It is hostile, obviously.
Hmm.
And it's not like it's a wild wolf. This is a creature. If this is Canal, you would know. You know that this thing would have an intelligence to it, a
It has purpose.
ability to think, to understand,
Yeah. And,
and
well,
to protect what is its.
I guess what I'm trying to discern more is what's going on with the creature.
It seems to be waiting at the moment.
No. What's going on with its entire being? Like,
That would
How
be
it's so
a
corrupted.
different thing than an insight check. If you're trying to understand what's happening to it, why it looks this way.
right.
That would be
Can I do
on
that?
That would be. Here, let me get this first.
Okay.
I will say this would be an arcane or religion check, but I will only request that you roll it if you have at least a +8 in such a skill.
Oh,
Ow.
boy.
Jesus.
Damn.
Nope.
I don't even have that.
Otherwise, it is impossible for you to discern.
I don't have +8 in anything.
I have +7 in 3 things, but that's it.
I have +8 in investigation. That's all you have for me. And +7 with stealth. That's it.
What is.
Well, we might be needing that stealth to sneak our way out of here in a moment, but
Is there any like
I'm a-
massive infection on it?
Is there
Kind
even
of-
a place where we can sneak around it?
Oh,
Are you
know
trying to
what?
find a way to sneak around?
Yeah, if it's, although it is like dead terrain, so it possibly doesn't gonna not matter, but at the same time, it
You
would
know
help.
what?
Do we know from like all the text and whatnot from our history for if it's possible to communicate with?
I was about to ask.
It understands.
Yeah.
It understands language.
Okay.
well, I suppose Kin would say out loud, or Cons would say out loud after the history checks, like, we know what this is.
Well, I don't.
No, you rolled good enough history, didn't you?
No.
No,
Oh,
I rolled a
Samantha.
2.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
You don't know shit.
Yeah, it's just you and Samuel that figured it out. Out of the four of you, at least, as Coramathis kind of like looks over at the rest of you all and just puts his hands down as if and like kind of like just shout whispers, kneel, prepare.
Well, Samel will kneel.
Yeah,
Said Neil,
yeah.
prepare.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
As
Following as I do.
As everyone gets onto their knees, you see Coramathis go ahead and do the same and put his hands as if together as if clasping for prayer as well. Head down, not even looking at the wolf. Grand Colonel, I apologize for our intrusion. It doesn't take an insight check to see that this lesser god of war seems afraid in this moment.
Maybe pass.
I-
Please.
We would like to
This is whispering.
pass through these woods. We can offer up some of our supplies to make up for the damage we accidentally brought with our arrival. Coramathos will look over everyone and kind of like give another shout whisper. Give up some of your rations, quickly, or we all die.
Oh boy.
Some,
Awesome.
not all. How much do we have?
We still have like aura equipment from after the crash,
Yeah.
correct?
That too.
I don't have any.
Yeah, I'll just say for this sake that from the ship about, since we don't really track in-game ourselves, really, that from the ship about like about 20 days worth of food for everyone here was able to be successfully retrieved and not completely beyond being able to be eaten. So there is a good amount, but it's still stuff you'd have to ration out every day and not try to have full meals.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So how much would be given out?
I'll give up 2 rations.
I was thinking the same thing too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, too. Just cut it in half.
I mean, I wish I could cut it in half, but that would be uneven.
Alright. All of you give just I give a day or two's rations, as some others try to give about the same and put it all in a pile in front. And you can see the once majestic wolf take one paw at a time, move forward, sniffs over into the pile of food as bits of it just fall right off onto the ground and sizzle as that poison eats away into the ground. It eats everything presented to it and continues looking over you all.
It's gonna ask for everything, isn't it?
Oh no. It doesn't want just rations.
No.
It wants sacrifices.
If anyone wants, they can try to get an insight check, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
insight. I'll help whoever is rolling insight.
Oh wait,
Let's
we
go.
can't again.
I
All
might
right.
not need to.
Yeah.
All right. So, Namilla, Ken, and Samel, you are able to understand that it accepted what was given, but they
Okay.
do not seem to have felt satisfied. That
I figured.
the offering wasn't enough to match the damage to its land that you all have accidentally caused.
Sure, I don't think that's enough. I don't think what any of us have is enough.
I'll give up all of my rations.
Alright. You do so. You see others try to hurriedly get some more food into the pile. The wolf unmoving as it watches this. As one of the sailors tries to go ahead and put some food in the pile, a bit of the wolf falls off and onto the sailor's arm. And you can see the skin begin to melt away as the sailor yells in pain.
Oh god.
Does the wolf react at the smell of burning flesh?
Pays no mind.
Okay. Cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, all in all, after another pile is made, everyone back into their kneeling. The wolf looks over again and eats everything in one bite, the mouth opening up into a spot where the jaw pretty much undoes itself, chewing into the earth itself, causing a small crater where the pile of rations was.
Hmm.
As it takes the offering yet again. This time, it raises its head into the air and lets out another unearthly howl before it turns away from you all and brings its parade with it back into the darkness, which eats away, revealing the path ahead of you yet again.
Okay.
And with that, we'll go ahead and take a 10-minute break. Come back in a little bit as we continue this journey. Yeah. Hope everyone is ready for what else remains on this trip to the town of Siona. Be back in a little bit. Enjoy your break. Hello again. Hope everyone had a good break as we come back over to the first day of travel to the town of Siona. After the rotted wolf of Canau left the survivors be. Is there anything anyone would like to do after this to go on for the rest of the day?
Samael would like to. Oh,
How many days until we get to our destination?
It'll take not quite 3 full days to get over there. Here, let me double check real quick.
Apparently, it should just.
Yeah, it should take you about take you all going through these woods about, I guess you could say 2.5 days. So you'll be on your 3rd day of travel when you reach it.
Okay. You can go ahead, game.
Samael wants to ask Karamathis, like, just get close to him and, like, not, like, full on, like, say it out loud, just in case, you know, whatever is a response, it's, like, might affect the morale or something from the other group, but we just wants to ask, the thing that happened to the Guardian here, have you ever seen anything like that before?
Never seen anything like that. And I've seen some odd stretches. Some dark things that have passed over.
It appears he still followed his, I guess, duty, but
I suppose we should consider ourselves lucky that the guardian of the land like that was at least still somewhat present.
Samael just will, like, fall back in line, but it's, like, much more attentive to how much the terrain probably, like, changes as they get closer to the city.
I'm just gonna keep an eye out for any danger, any other presences.
Alright.
I also too want to keep a close eye on upon our arrival. Not a close eye, but you know, just make sure that nothing else is coming up on us so suddenly, like we just went through.
In that case, as everyone is, at least most of you are all on edge, keeping such a close watch on everything around you. You do eventually hear the halfling How Old book go ahead and kind of like nervously cough and clear his own throats as they speak. I have some family not too far. I was gonna check in on them within the town of Airglad, sort of west. How about you all? Any family here? You hear like all the others joined in. Just I give like Knowles, Domo, the dwarf will speak about family back in the world of Domon Tom, nestled within the mountain relic. Belenor, the pale elf, has no family to speak of and has been a loner for decades. Bobak New Moon, the orc. Almost similar circumstances, but more leaving home and never turning back to take on the life of an adventurer and just never found the time to get back to their people. Kristoff, family back in the land of Yomlanmore. Said goodbye to them on the way to the meetup for the operation. The attention goes on to the four of you now.
Are we all sharing personal backstories?
Sounds like it.
How about you lot? Any family here? Or elsewhere?
I've got family here.
Where are they? In Vinland or elsewhere?
Last I heard, they were in Brynland.
Uh,
Talked to them days before this.
Town.
That would... Let me run through my notes real quick.
That's what I'm doing right now. It's like, her.
Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, it's Godhome.
I'm surprised you didn't want to make a journey back, find a way through that dome into it then.
I think it's much better to stay together as a group, especially with what we just dealt with.
Power numbers.
And how about the rest of you? Oh. Your name's Ken, Samael, and Namira, right?
Yes, indeed.
Any idea about your family's whereabouts?
They're hoping Arcanus, as last I've heard. It's been a while since I got a letter back from them. Since I went on my own journey.
Back in the world of libraries and universities, eh?
Pressed that by
Indeed.
accident.
Yeah, my whole family has been... came from a whole line of librarians, archivists, and tinkers.
My family remains in Yomlamnor. I haven't seen them in a while, but we do keep correspondence with each other. I send most of my earnings from jobs and odd ends over there.
You have a heart of gold, fellow monk. I can appreciate you still valuing where you came from.
I suppose that's one way of saying it.
I don't know about you. Yep. Or do you
Me?
choose not to speak of family?
Well, I suppose there isn't much to say in today's matters. I know exactly where my family lie, and I can always look back on them.
Well, sorry to hear then. Hope that they have a wonderful rest in the sea. And the islands of Seira. As a refresher, because there are a lot of notes, pretty much being like, oh, condolences. I hope that they're having a good time within the land of the dead.
Camille will just offer like a hand on the shoulder of Kin.
Anything else anyone wishes to do for the rest of the day's journey? Or is it just small talk like this? Alright.
I suppose it's just small talk.
Yeah.
then.
I guess it is.
Yeah.
Then,
Do we want to know
Eventually.
more about each other? What's happening?
only if you want to, start sharing things.
I guess Ken now would take an interest in Samael since he mentioned he's taking care of his family and has good values.
Yeah.
Good family values.
We're all
Yeah.
the family.
Had a great
values.
family.
Oh, shout out to Michael J. Fox. Wait, was that the sitcom he was in? I don't know. No, I think about
Was he
something
in
completely
sitcom?
different. Anyways, eventually, you all find a place that seems good enough to set up for rest. Still stuck within the withered woods. Dead trees hanging over you all. Their
Same
bare
trees.
branches like fingers clawing down. And everything is set for you all to have as good of a rest as possible.
How lovely.
Does anyone want to have a watch during this night?
I'll have a watch.
Okay.
Where's my watch? Gimme. Kidding.
Okay.
Camille will
Relax.
rotate with you after.
Okay.
Make a perception check.
Oh, so you're gonna have the person that's bad at perception roll a perception check.
You
now.
wanted to watch.
Yeah, you wanted to go on
You
be on
wanted
watch.
this.
I know. Just Kin didn't get asked. Okay. Oh, look at that. 4.
4 perception, okay. Was there someone else?
Is making watch.
Yeah. Did anyone else say they were going to take a watch later on, by the way?
Samael.
Okay.
Was it perception?
It was perception.
Yours will be... here. I'll let you know, Kent, that during your rest, it's unclear... Not rest, your watch. It's unclear what's happening around you at this moment. This is a strange location in a strange land. There is something permeating through the air. that seems to call. There is an odor that lingers that seems like mold.
Ooh.
Everything feels stale, decaying,
Oh.
but stopped at the same time. There is... Each breath almost feels like it has a pause before it allows itself to enter into you. Things feel slow, and that's what you take notice of as you go through your watch, not really encountering anything else. Eventually, you hand it off to Samael.
Yes, sir.
Alright. I'll need a perception check from you as well, then.
Well, let's go.
Okay.
Let's see that perception check.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, an 18.
Nice.
Good.
Much better.
Alright. As you are keeping watch over things, you can hear from somewhere throughout the woods, almost sounds like giggling.
Like that.
Leave him a song.
Would I be able to tell of like any animal or creature that, you know, is known for giggling in the middle of the night?
Oh, go ahead and roll a a nature check.
Oh boy, here we go.
A natural 1.
Oh, that's rough, buddy.
The hell is giggling?
It's unclear. You can't think of anything. Honestly, it's probably also very weird for you to even hear this in the first place, after so much stillness.
Oh.
It can't be from any one of us, is it?
No, it's from deep within the woods.
So
Into
it's
the
deeper in the woods.
Yeah.
For a moment, just like Samel touches his scar, almost like assuming the sound might be in his head. So for now, he just keeps like stay still and just like keep like, you know, the ear out for any changes in the sound as he waits his like watch.
Alright. As you're having this wait, you do hear that at some point, the giggling takes pause as the sounds of something almost like a shriek begins to ring through the woods in turn. And then you can see that some of the trees shake as you hear the sounds of a wounded animal. Something crying in pain before that gets cut off. And then you see emerging from the treetop. It's difficult to notice because of the sheer darkness and the lack of any kind of substantial light piercing through the cloud cover.
Uh-huh.
But it does, thanks to your 18 perception, it does seem as if it's got long bat wings, maybe,
Oh, boy.
as well as a nearly tubular body to it. Something about 10 feet long, maybe. As it just soars away through the sky.
he just watches. Was it like carrying anything, or was it just like this?
It was. It seemed to be carrying something in a claw. Or at least what looks to be one of the legs hanging down had
Mhm.
the bottom of it enlarged as if there could have been something holding on or being held.
I'm assuming once it like flew away, there was no more noises or anything like that.
There's no more giggling for the rest of your watch.
Oh boy. I'm gonna assume the thing just ate a hyena, maybe, but I'm not sure. Guess we'll just keep an eye out until the watch ends.
Eventually, when your turn comes to an end, you can feel a nudge from your back as the pale elf Beldenora takes over. As they kind of like take your spots, they continue looking out to the distance, and you can hear them ask you, what do you think chances are down here?
Hence, are you asking about our survival or completing the mission?
I'm not sure which.
Then I hope you find comfort in me saying that in both cases, it's. I wouldn't be able to say. Perhaps that's a good thing, perhaps a bad thing. Take it as you will. But sometimes people say ignorance is a bliss.
My younger brother was on the meter. Act as one of the mages to help with communications. I can't help but wonder if I abandoned them. If they could survive that fall somehow. And now they're alone and whatever is happening south of here.
Not surviving that fall could be considered a miracle on its own. All we have left to do is pray that they found themselves with such a miracle themselves.
You're right. You're right. I'll make sure to pray. Pray for him and those.
The male just offers a pat on the back before heading to lay down, a bit far away from the rest of the group.
Okay. Eventually, morning comes. And you all wake up and can see that Bellinor is sat, kneeling on the ground. The hands seem clasped in prayer. Facing away from everyone.
I guess get everyone together, get everything together.
Okay.
Has Bellinor moved from their position at all?
No.
I'll walk
Yeah.
up.
I was gonna
Okay.
say, can I walk up on them?
Let's both walk up.
Alright.
Yeah, I got you.
Cans, Milla. As you approach, you realize that Bellinor, the body might be leaned over, but the head isn't.
Oh.
Oh.
In fact, there is no head.
Oh.
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 The body continues, headless, praying.
Is
No
there,
sound,
like,
no
no
blood,
sound? Okay.
no signs of struggle around.
Can I look around and see if there's any, like... You said there's nothing.
Not a struggle in sight, so there's nothing besides. Where's the head at?
We don't know.
Not in sight.
I guess we'll head over. Seeing this, Kens will just go, "Oh, fuck!"
And and everyone else is accounted for.
Yep. Everyone else hearing the commotion goes to look and is horrified at the sight. Some begin making prayers to whatever god that they might have their faith focused on. Some to the Pantheon in general.
So I have a question about, like, where the head was.
Yeah.
Is the neck also missing?
Make a medicine check.
Oh, wanna help me, Namilla?
Yeah,
Or do you have a better medicine? I'll help you. You roll again.
oh, roll again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Help
Alright.
action will
Give
give
help
advantage.
action. Yeah.
With advantage? Oh my god.
So basically, you just roll again and you'll
Yeah.
get higher.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just roll again.
Not any good.
Really?
Oh!
A 6 or a natural 1, so you're taking the 6.
I want to see what I would have gotten. Oh, well.
Well, the neck
Six
is
it is.
the neck is still somewhat there.
Is it like a clean cut or is it?
I mean, it's not rough.
Well,
It's
what I
tough for you
was-
to make any assumptions or anything right now. It's
It's just the head is gone.
yep.
Is it like... Is there, like, a wound there? Like, an open wound where you can see, like, blood, all of this? Or is it, like, covered with, like, flesh, like it was cauterized?
No, it is open. You can see
Open? Okay.
the hollowness of the throat, as well as any bone, muscle, and sinew that would be there.
Okay.
What kind of creature or person would do this?
Let's go through our heads. No kidding.
Who was
And also-
last on watch before this person?
That would be Samal.
Smell?
And he sure looks stunned at the body.
Because
Did
I
you
had first
see or
watch and
hear anything from what happened? I'm just so confused.
You and me both.
Did you see anything that was out of the ordinary? Well,
See here,
I mean,
literally anything.
there's a lot that's out of the ordinary here.
I mean, of course.
A creature setting flight, yes. As well as giggles at night. They all disappear practically as soon as they happened. We even have a conversation before the change happened.
Huh.
He does look like the position he was in, and Samuel does like feel a tinge of guilt in him.
I mean, how could we know what would have happened?
With the description that Samal gave and the condition of the body, is there any way we can determine like what might have caused this?
That would
I'm
be
happy with,
a
I'm
medicine
happy with
check.
a no, like a hard no.
The best I can give is a medicine check for y'all.
I'm helping you again, Namilla. A -1 is not good for me.
I know it ain't. But what I have is not good either.
+2 is better than a -1.
True.
You roll again.
Not good.
Okay, well, it's still a 10.
I just want to see.
Are you kidding?
Man, I should trust myself more often.
Yeah, believe in yourself. Come on.
Anyway,
So,
I'll also
I'm
say
almost wanting to kick him. It's like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
How about this?
Uh,
I did half the work for you.
Yeah, a 10, the best you can think of
Like
is...
open a tight closed jar.
Yeah. But yeah,
I
with
need
a,
help.
with a 10, the best you can think is... something probably cut the head off, but... it's weird. There is no blood or anything around here. You can't figure out what could have happened. It's almost as if the head just vanished.
Pop right off. Or that. Yeah. I'm bewildered.
same.
Am I even using that word correctly?
What's our captain?
Where is
How's-
our captain?
The
How's he
captain is
handling?
here as well, looking over the body, is trying to figure out something as
What
well. You know what?
Roll natural 1.
Turns over to you, Samel. You heard noises at night, but what was the last thing you discussed?
Before the change of watch, he'd asked me what our chances for survival were. And if the communications team had any, he felt guilt that he could have done more to save them when the ship came crashing down. I tried to offer some words of comfort, but nothing else aside from that.
You said they were worried about the Demeter.
Correct.
Cormathis looks at the body and follows its the direction down to the rest of the woods. You know which way they are facing right now.
Are they facing the direction of the Metis?
That is the way to Godholm.
This was not no creature then.
Give our rights now when we can. We have to be quick, though.
Wait, is
Let us
something
get
following
out of
us?
these woods soon. Sorry, what was that, Ryder?
Is something following us? If it came in that direction?
I do not know. I have not felt something following us.
Hmm.
It cannot be the wolf coming for another offering. There is no sign of it walking here.
No, indeed.
The pose, the placement, what we saw upon arrival. This all might be linked to the Pantheon itself.
Maybe they were praying to the dead god we saw?
I had say the only thing we could do at this time was to pray.
Anyway,
Anyway, we gotta go. We
yeah,
gotta leave.
I'm gonna...
Like, this is a very unfortunate circumstance, but we need
Can
to
I-
leave.
I'm gonna move Belenor's body.
Before you do,
Oh, yeah?
Samel is gonna quickly check her belongings. Is there any religious thing to see what god she might have been praying to?
Oh.
I mean, you can make an investigation on their belongings.
All right, we'll do that.
I'll help you since,
Investigation?
Well, a 10.
Do you want investigation? I got that.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah, I got +8.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
I mean,
Alright.
you can see it better.
25.
Oh
Alright.
God!
You go through Eleanor's belongings and
I got this. I'm a rogue.
what they were able to bring with them, you can see is just some tomes as well as... Trying to remember my own goddamn lore real quick.
Damn it.
Alright. As well as a symbol held on a pendant that's been put into one of the compartments of their bag. A silver open tome, which is the symbol of Drauk, the goddess of magic and knowledge.
Piss of magic and...
Which is also the god in charge of the world of Arcanus.
Oh, wait, oh, I know that one. They create the domes. Anyways,
It's Draug, right?
Drog, yeah. I don't know why I wrote that down, as if I didn't know about that. I know this god.
The Leonardo DiCaprio pointing at TV meme.
Indeed. Can't believe I haven't seen a penny like this in such a long time. In my days of venturing outward.
After the body is moved, the hands never separating from the prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Koramathis just kneels down, and you can see some radiance around his thumb as he places it against the... places it where the head would be, and then goes ahead and crosses over each shoulder, and then touches up the thumb against the hands as well. Hope your prayers were heard somewhere. He then stands back up. Let's move. Anything you all wish to do? And this next bit of journey.
I have a question.
This is
about...
the final day that you would need.
Okay.
What's up?
The hands never unclasp, right?
Correct.
Did it seem like they were being held together by some otherworldly force? Like stronger than it should be?
In a manner of speaking, it was something like that, or rapidly set rigor mortis. It's tough to tell the difference necessarily,
Okay,
We have
other than the
mortician
hands
here.
refuse to move.
got it.
Oh, was that game?
We need a mortician here.
Yeah.
The
For
one
real.
thing nobody ever brings in their groups to investigate is morticians.
Yeah, then that's it.
Alright.
I bid farewell to our deceased patron. And move on. I mean, I'm sad by it because they worship this god. Well, goddess, I'm sorry.
Alright. Then you all begin your journey. The woods start to become more sparse, and you can see some bits of openings with the trees, spots of several acres between now. You're not necessarily out of the woods, but getting to a patch between, as
Or
far
like
as you can tell.
prairie. Or like, yeah.
As you all journey, can you all name me something that your characters find comforting?
The smell of home.
The sound of wind.
My family.
Hmm.
Specifically, her siblings playing tricks with each other and on her. Their time together.
A nice, comforting fireplace.
Yeah. Wind, fire, and then home and family.
As-
Sorry.
As your band continues its travel, the soft sounds of music and jovial laughter echoes slightly throughout the woods.
Don't like that.
Some amongst your party sniff the air and swear they can smell bread and beer and quicken their pace into the direction of the song. the four of you, you sense a wondrous wind, a calming fire. You feel like, Namilla, you feel like your siblings are in that same direction.
That is not it. I know for a fact they are not here.
You may know that, but the sensation lingers.
They yearn
Do
for
we-
home.
Do we have to make some sort of save?
No.
Okay.
Fuck.
Do you chase
Not-
after those who have made their departure?
Semel tries to
I'm a denial.
hold one back. Like the whoever passes by him first, being like, "Wait."
Do you try to say wait to everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. Try to make a persuasion check.
Oh, this is gonna go great. Oh, I actually went.
Alright, a 16. Okay. You're able to stop most of the crew members. Koramatha seems completely unfazed by what's happening and even confused upon seeing people begin to make their departure. Siren seems like he's about to try to head out, but keeps an eye on Koramatha and stays put, whereas you're able to, as you say, wait. The words the word that you speak seems clarifying enough for the rest of the operation members. But the sailors still and the party ignore you.
Can Kantz, after he says, or after somebody else says wait, Kantz will just say, "Are you gonna let this forest confuse your mind and lead you astray? What if it's an illusion?
Make a
What if
I
it
perception.
know
leads
everything
you
about
to-
illusions.
What if it leads you to death?"
I also shout the same thing relatively. Like, this has to be an illusion at some sort of sense.
Make-
Alright,
Try to make a persuasion check or intimidation, whichever you're going for.
either one's fine.
They were
Do I
heading
get
in a direction-
Do I get advantage because Namilla's helping me?
Sure.
They're not heading towards our where we're going, right? Like it was just a random
They
direction.
branched off from the same direction. Whereas you're all heading pretty much north, they decided to make a hard right to east.
26.
The sailors make a stop after hearing that. And you see one of them kind of like look between you and where they were going. And they just shout, pleading, "You don't understand. There's a tavern. Can't you see it over there?
Can I
I
look?
think there's people there."
Do we see anything in the direction they're pointing?
But everything
Looking
that we-
in that direction, those who want to make a perception check.
Fuck. Okay, natural 20
For 19.
Oh.
for 19.
In a different world, there was a natural 20 there too.
In a different world.
Alright. Oh, alright, so Cans and Namilla. You look in that direction, and it's way past some of the tree line. back around another gathering of these tall, oppressive dead trees. But it does sort of look like there's some wavy lights. It's about the same direction that these sounds are coming from.
Wavy lights?
Yeah.
Huh.
That sounds suspicious in itself.
That's suspicious. That's weird. But we definitely don't see a tavern.
It's... Oh, you'd be too far away to try to get a full view of it, but yeah, you don't
But there
see
is
a
a building.
tavern.
Well, not a tavern, but
Light.
just light.
No, we don't see a tavern.
It's right there.
Don't be such fools.
Father? Mother?
Don't.
Samel grabs a rock from the ground and just throws it at the direction.
Alright, the rock scatters
Marker?
against the ground. Doesn't really get close to the lights. The lights seem to be a good half mile out. Half mile out at least.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's still a good ways away,
Yeah.
but still close by where they could fall into a trap.
How far away are they?
The sailors only got about like 30, 40 feet before they got stopped.
I'm gonna do something risky. Can I go up to the sailor?
Sure.
Do I see anything from his point of view?
As you get closer, the waving lights feel like they solidify, and you do see that there is a 2-story tavern up ahead after all, within that stretch of forest.
But it looks like it just materialized, right?
As if it's focused in view as you got closer.
Okay. Kans is still gonna grab the sailor and just start dragging him back to the group.
Wait.
This is for your own good.
I thought you were gonna shake him awake, but this is okay.
The other sailors look pained as they keep their eyes in the direction of the tavern as well. As if they are looking at those that they most wish to see, their eyes full of longing before they follow suit, turning away. Cance?
Mm-hmm.
You can hear in your mind what languages. You can go ahead and just whisper to me if you wish to. What languages do you speak?
I can tell you.
Okay.
Common, Giant, Infernal, Undercommon, and Elvish.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Holy shit!
Well spoken.
Alright, then in your head, you hear a disorganized mess of noise that you can best surmise as something angry at you.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
There's a hostility in this chaotic voice.
Can I turn back around?
You do?
Yeah.
And As you do, you can see stepping out from the tavern is a tall tiefling man who just
Oh.
looks over at you and just tries to wave you to come.
A tall tiefling man?
Yeah.
Recognizable in any way? Or just...
You know,
Do we know
yeah,
what
you've...
tieflings are here?
Yeah, tieflings have been around.
Okay.
No, I meant like, do I know this person?
Hold on, let me check.
Let me check. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Maybe you may know this person.
Maybe you were with him one day in a tavern.
I find this land very suspicious. It is not in any shape normal.
We just watched that
Since we
body
landed.
with their head clean off in a praying position, and then a rotting guardian. Easy to assume the worst.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you are familiar with this individual. They just continue to wave to beckon you over.
Can I insight check?
You could attempt to.
Attempt to. As-
A 16.
bad.
You know, there's no way they would be here. You know, there's something wrong.
Mm-hmm. He just says to himself, no, there's no way it can be you. And then
You can
turns
never-
around.
You can never be.
You can never be him!
I was trying to figure out what that line was. Like, you can never replace him or something like that.
Alright.
Yeah, he'll go back with the sailor.
As you all do,
Drag it back to the group.
the sweet sounds dissipate back into a cold stillness. The smells of baked goods and alcohol alike vanish, leaving only the stale odor of unchanging air and decay around you. The lights disappear as you continue moving away. Continuing your journey, you eventually find your way into a clearing within the woods as a creek runs down. Following the water, you eventually find yourselves in front of a large town's perimeter. Tall wooden logs, sharpened at the top, line the edge of this area. Not a sound can be heard. As Cormathus looks over, sees an open way in, and turns back to you all. Well, Hopefully, I can find some respite inside. This should be Sayona. And Koramathis will go ahead and start walking in. The clouds above you, drifting around, almost stretching. The streets still cold and silent within. As we go ahead and end our session here and get ready for some more time, some more exploration of this town of Sayona next time. But yeah, hope everyone had a nice and wondrous time tonight.
We lived.
Yeah, let's
Man.
tell the story another day. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get on to whatever happens here next week. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get a reminder about who everyone is here and learn where they could be found elsewhere as well. Let's go ahead and keep up with the same order as before. Brian.
Hi, I'm Brian. You can follow me on Blue Sky at Cosmic Zeta. You can follow me on Twitch at Cosmic Zeta. I got nothing going on. So,
Ah.
That's it.
Thank you very much. Ryder.
I am Incandescent Rider. You'll find me at Blue Sky at Incandescent Rider, and you can follow me on Twitch as well with the same name.
Hi. Jockey.
I'm Jockey. You can see me on YouTube and Twitch, Jockey33.
Hi. Thank you very much. Game.
Hi, I'm Game. We found a game kind everywhere.
All right. Thank you all so much. Yeah, I've been Gamrazillicon. Find me on Blue Sky, Twitch, YouTube at Gamrazillicon as well. For things that are coming up as well, you can find me. You can go ahead and tune in tomorrow as I'm joined in with one of these people here, getting back into Uno Hell for that 5,000 point journey. Let's see
Have
if
fun
we
with
get
that.
reset or not.
It has not been reset yet,
Yet.
but we but we haven't gotten as close as we were before.
Yeah, that should be a nice amount of fun. But yeah, I got that. We're dragging in Sunday, putting things together next week as well. But yeah, hope everyone had a nice and, well, I guess not fully relaxing time here. But so I hope this was a fun session for everyone still. Can't wait to see you all next time around. Goodbye, you
wait.
wonderful people. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Well,